What's up, guys? Welcome to NBA Therapy. These are NBA therapists in studio together,
Together.
live together.
Yeah, you have to say a name. Shaz.
I'm Shabz. Nilay,
Nilay.
what up?
What up, guys?
We're gonna get right into it because this is awkward as hell.
Yeah.
And we'll quickly go into East Conference predictions first.
Yeah.
And then we'll see. That'll be a jumping off point.
Yeah.
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 Okay. So you wanna start?
Yeah, so let's start off. What do you think about how the Eastern Conference shaped up? The first round of playoffs.
Well, Eastern Conference in a nutshell is the most disappointing Eastern Conference I think I've ever seen. There were a few good teams, and even those have been disappointing, especially Bucks, Sixers with Joel Embiid being out, and now he's come back, but it's just like he's not fully healthy,
Yeah.
And at some point, it's almost like that's become a reality of who Joel Embiid is, because every playoff, even though sometimes it's not been his fault, he's been like smacked in the face. But every single playoffs, he's had some issues or the other.
Yeah.
And Giannis is out for some time. I don't know if he's coming back. Dame has been disappointing. There's literally only Boston that has been so far ahead of everyone that there's no competitive, there is no competition for them.
Okay.
And I think that the only thing that's been exciting about the East are the young or newer teams that are coming up, such as Knicks and the Pacers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think the Knicks are a good team. I think the Knicks are going to do really good. Jalen Brunson's like playing really good. So I do think, the Eastern Conference isn't as exciting as the Western Conference, but you have a few good teams there. You have the Knicks, you have the Celtics, and you never know. I know in the play-in match, Joel Embiid didn't look that good, but I'm hoping now with some more rest, and maybe that was just a warm-up thing kind of game for him, that he's going to come up and show a good thing, because that series could be really good. Knicks versus 76ers. That's going to be a good series, I think so. Even if he's not healthy, I think it's going to be a good series just to see what happens.
Yeah.
We all know Celtics is going to win the first round. And who else? Like
Jimmy Butler's out now for the playoffs.
Yeah, he got a torn thing, so that's a free walk for the Celtics.
Even that's another disappointing thing. Like, I think we both had the Heat as like our number 3 pick.
Yeah,
when we made our
because of playoff Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Heat have to win their game against Chicago, and which they should be able to beat. But now
without Jimmy Butler, I don't think they can. I think DeRozan's gonna pop off.
Yeah, it's possible, and if that's the case, I think regardless, Celtics have a free walkthrough on the first round. Yeah. I think the Knicks versus 76 is going to be a good series. But other than that, there's nothing really exciting, because the Bucks is like, without a healthy Giannis, you just don't know.
Another young team that I forgot to mention was Orlando. I am so impressed with how Paolo Banchero has been doing. This is his second year, and he's already an all-star. I think they're in the 5th seed. I'm not sure. I'll have to check the standings. But dude, like, no one thought of Orlando like that, And now with Paolo, with Franz Wagner, they've got some good players, and they're a really good up and coming team.
Yeah, they're an up and coming team, but when you go into the playoffs and you're really looking for those like really exciting teams, you don't count them in that.
Yeah, for sure.
So that is why the Eastern Conference in a nutshell is very underwhelming compared to the Western. But yeah, I think the first round of the series to watch is the Knicks versus 76ers.
Yeah, and I think Pacers are going to go against the Bucks. And I don't know if you remember, but in our playoff predictions, that was my sleeper team.
The Pacers.
The Pacers, and I said the thing that I said an injury here, an injury there.
Yeah,
and they could go off. They could be like the Atlanta Hawks.
I mean, I think Giannis is ruled out, right?
I think so.
The initial part.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is going to be a good series.
And even if he wasn't, Pacers have beaten all Bucks all 3 times, even with Giannis and Dame playing together.
Yeah.
So that would have been a fun, because they've got their offense. Like, I think they're the best offensive team.
Yeah.
Defensively, they're not that great, but I love Halliburton's ascension into superstardom. I love how Miles Turner and him are developing like almost like a Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo type duo.
Yeah.
Or a Maxey and Joel Embiid type duo, but just inverse, where Halliburton is the bigger superstar.
Yeah.
And I would pick them against the Bucks for sure.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I think even
without Giannis.
Yeah, even without Giannis, I feel like the Bucks should be able to win that series. I know the head-to-head hasn't been that great.
Yeah.
But I think they have so much pressure now because of their recent slump that they will pick it up. At least I have faith in them picking it up.
I don't know, man. Have you seen Doc Rivers coach? They're like 15 and 19 with him. It's the weirdest thing in the world that you would firing the new rookie head coach after you got Dame makes sense, right?
Yeah.
But the fact that when you take into account they were like 30 and 13
with him and then without him.
Yeah. And then you like, I'm sure there could have been other coaches that you could have gone to instead of getting Doc Rivers.
Yeah.
Doc Rivers has been on a carousel or like a musical chairs every time. He just like he it's not like he gets fired for like, oh, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
It's like he flames out in the playoffs and then new team just immediately hires him, forgetting everything about him. He's had one championship like 20 years ago, and he's been coasting off that for so long that I have no idea how he keeps getting these important jobs. You know, if it was like he got a job for like Orlando,
that's a skill too.
Exactly. He's like amazing at networking or something like that. You know, if you want to figure out how to get a job, speak to Doc Rivers. You can't get insight about how to win playoff games, but how to get a job is like amazing. That and Dame's been super disappointing, dude. Like,
he's been disappointing as well. And I'm pretty sure Portland is kind of like laughing at him for leaving and joining that situation.
Well, he never wanted to. He always wanted to join the Heat.
I know, but you aren't going to get what you want, right? Like obviously. At the end, when you demand a trade out of a team, they're going to see their best option, and that's what.
And I mean, truth be told, like I think he got a better. If the only thing on his mind is I need to win a championship,
he got a better.
He's in a way better situation than he would have been with the Heat, especially now with Jimmy Butler now.
Yeah,
I mean, you can argue the same thing with Giannis, but there's way more upside to even next year if Giannis comes back.
I mean, Giannis is a better player,
obviously.
Butler, so you had more chances.
Yeah, and their game is more complementary with inside outside, and you know, like when Dame got traded, I still remember I was like texting my friend, I was like, holy shit, dude, the pick and roll is going to be insane and this, that, and this, that.
It's just nothing. Even Middleton is injured, right?
Yeah.
Like he's not healthy. So it's kind of unfortunate because when they won, Middleton was playing really well.
That's the thing that I wish.
It's just like how you talk about the Nuggets, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Nikola Jokic is like the best player.
Yeah.
But for them to win, Jamal Murray has to play well.
Exactly.
It's the same thing with the Bucks.
Yeah.
For the Bucks to win, Middleton needs to play well. Like he needs to take up that role, and he's just not being that player.
But do you think he can now? I don't think he can anymore. No, I think because the last two playoffs he's been in and out. I remember 2 years ago when they were the defending champs.
Yeah.
He was out, so they took the Celtics to 7 games.
Yeah.
Even though they were up 3-2.
Yeah.
And Jason Tatum went off in game 6 and 7. And it was like, oh, whatever, we didn't have Middleton. And then Middleton gets hurt again and is like in and out of the lineup in the next playoffs. And now it's almost like that's why I was surprised that they traded Holiday for Dame instead of Middleton.
Yeah.
I think that would have been, maybe no one wanted Middleton. Maybe that was the thing.
I mean, when you're super unhealthy, it's hard to.
Because imagine if they traded Middleton, now it's like Drew Holiday as a point guard. And he won't have to worry that much about offense. He would only be defending. And because Malik is really good. I love Holiday. He's one of my favorite players of all time.
I think they really lost out losing him, especially for the way Down's been playing. So,
and not knowing that they thought they were trading Holiday to Portland.
Yeah.
Now that Holiday fucking reverted back to Boston,
Celtics,
it's like it's not only do you lose him, now he's added to a contender.
Yeah, exactly.
The Bucks this whole year has been so mismanaged.
Yeah.
With the coaching firing, they fired Bud, who I think should have. They needed a change.
Yeah.
But I don't think going with the rookie head coach, even if they hadn't traded for Dame, I don't think going with a rookie head coach was the way to go.
I mean, even if they did go that way, like why did they replace him with Doc Rivers? That's the question. I feel like they should have just stuck it out because the record wasn't that bad. They should have fixed what they could and tried it out. But they went into an even worse situation.
Exactly.
Now it's like, now it's pretty.
I think they were trying to like recreate what Cavs did with David Blatt and Ty Lue, but then Ty Lue was already on the team. He was already an assistant coach.
Yeah.
And he just took over, So he had history with playing with coaching these guys, and David Blatt. I don't think it was a fit chemistry wise, which is what the issue was with Adrian Griffin, where I think people the talks were that he's lost the locker room, where the players were not respecting him, and in that sense, okay, it makes sense that you wanna, but exchanging him with Doc Rivers was like the weirdest hirings ever, and you're seeing the results of them.
For sure. Yeah. So let's go on and let's break it down. Let's see what your score prediction will be.
Okay. Boston, I'm going to give them 4-1.
Okay.
I think just they're going to lose. I'm still not fully sold on Boston just because of Joe Mazzulla.
Okay.
I don't, because I hate their strategy of we're just going to take the most amount of threes. Where I'm like, dude, you have two-way players. You have Drew Holiday, you have Porzingis, you have a great defender in Derek White.
Yeah.
How is your strategy the most? It's like the most basic strategy to say, oh, we're just going to take the most amount of threes, and if we hit them, and that's been their problem. Where if they're on, they're beating everyone. If they're not, like the difference between this and Ime Udoka was that Udoka made them one of the best defensive teams in the league. And now they've gone away from defense and just been like, oh, we're just going to keep taking threes. And that's the problem with Jason Tatum, where his shot selection is so bad that's why he's like, if he's on, he'll hit everything. He'll go for 50. But then he has games where he just completely shrinks, because first round, obviously they're going to win. But when it comes to the finals, I don't know who will be there to actually contend with them anymore, because Bucks and Sixers. Knicks, do you think? I don't know, because
I don't think Knicks got second seed without anything. Like they are a good team for them to reach the second seed. Yeah, I know the Bucks fumbled a bit, but they ended up the second seed, and I feel like that's going to propel them. That's going to give them the confidence to play better. So so the way I have it is, I think the Celtics are going to 4-0 the first series.
Okay.
I think the Knicks and 76ers are going to have a good series, but the way Embiid is playing, I think the Knicks are going to win it 4-3.
Oh, you think they're gonna go?
I think it's gonna go to Game 7, and I think.
But who do the Knicks have that can guard Embiid?
I don't think anybody in the league can guard Embiid.
Or at least just be there. Like last year, he was getting shut down by Al Horford.
Yeah.
But at least there was someone with size.
Yeah.
I don't know who on the Knicks is there. That's my only thing. Like when they're going up against a guy like Embiid or even a guy like Giannis, they have no one to even have there.
Okay.
To I don't think Sixers have anyone to guard Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
And I think the Knicks depth is way better with like Josh Hart and all these other players, like just giving it all, just hustle and grind. But I think that's the only way. But I don't know who can stop Maxey. I mean, maybe Josh Hart, but I don't think he can stop him.
No.
So I might even I think if Joel Embiid gets even a slightly bit healthier, I think Sixers could take the Knicks.
Yeah, it's possible. Like I said, I'm only giving the edge to the Knicks because Joel Embiid isn't fully healthy. If he was fully healthy, then I would obviously be taking 76ers. But based on what I saw in the play-ins, Embiid didn't look that great.
He looked way like sluggish. And,
exactly. So if I'm going to get that Embiid in the series, I think the Knicks can beat them 4-3.
Who are the other ones?
The other one would be Orlando.
Orlando
will face Pacers, right?
Yeah, let me just check. All right, so here we go. We have the East here. We should have opened this up before. All right. So
Orlando Cavaliers.
Oh, that's going to be a good series.
Yeah, that'll be a good series.
That'll be a fun series to watch. And
so Orlando and Cavaliers, who do you have?
Do the Cavs have everyone? That's the thing. I haven't paid that much attention recently to the East, just because it's been like pretty much like a dumpster fire compared to the West.
Yeah.
Where Cavs are 4th seed with 48 wins, and the Lakers are 47 and the 7th seed.
Yeah.
So So let's just let's go with the assumption that Cavs have everyone. Donovan Mitchell. I'll take Cavs. Yeah, because I think Donovan Mitchell does have good playoff experience. and they have two fucking twin towers of Jared Allen and Mobley.
Yeah, I would take Cavs as well, and I think that's gonna be another 4-3 series.
Yeah, even though their record is pretty much identical.
Yeah, I think it'll be a 4-3 series.
Magic doesn't have any playoff experience. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
And as great as Paolo is, he is still in the second year of his league. I think he'll have a great series, but I don't think the team in its whole is going to be that good.
Okay. So do you think it's going to go 4-3 or what?
Ooh, I think I'm going to go 4-2 Cavs.
Okay, 4-2. I think I'll be 4-3 Cavs.
Yeah.
For that one, yeah.
Okay.
And Bucks Pacers.
Ooh, without Giannis?
Yeah.
That's a tough one, man. I'm gonna go Pacers 4-3.
I think Giannis is ruled out game 1, but I think he's gonna be back post that.
Okay, if he's coming back, you know what? I'm still gonna go Pacers 4-3.
Okay,
What the hell?
I'm gonna go Bucks 4-3.
Okay, then we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm really. The thing is, like, even Halliburton hasn't been that great in this last stretch of the season, just because he was coming back from injury as well.
Yeah.
But I think they might be gaining momentum at the right time, and Bucks are losing momentum at the wrong time. So that's why I think if it goes to Game 7, I'm gonna go. Halliburton has been mocking Dame all year.
Yeah, I see that, but I'm gonna use the same thing like I used with the Clippers and Mavs. Even though the recent slump has been with the Clippers and the Mavs are not there, I feel like this break before the playoffs is going to reset their mind and they're going to be in a better spot. Because everybody knows Clippers, if they're mentally fine and if they're on point, Clippers are a good team on paper.
Right.
Just like the Bucks. I think the Bucks are a good team on paper. They just have had a bad slump. And I feel like this break is going to reset their mind.
And to your credit, Dame has so much, I mean, obviously Giannis, but Dame has so much playoff experience that in a Game 7, if I had to pick one person over Dame or Halliburton, who is more likely to like pop off, I would pick Dame.
Yeah.
So 4-3. We'll see about that. This is going to be like our Clippers versus Mavs, where we're gonna see who comes out. Yeah. All right. And then the last one is, this is insane. I'm just noticing this. Knicks are the 2 seed and Sixers are the 7th seed, just got out of the play-in, and 50 wins for Knicks and 47 for Sixers. That's how bad the East has been. Yes. Yeah, 47. Okay, that's the same, but like.
No, it's a 50 wins.
So Knicks are 2 seed with 50.
Yeah.
And on the other conference, Nuggets are 57 wins. They're 10 more wins.
Yeah. It's a conference way easier.
What the hell, dude?
Definitely.
This is where I wish LeBron's was still in the East. He still would have been the 7th seed, but he would have only been like 3 games ahead.
Exactly.
He would have easily. What the hell?
Yeah.
So who you got in that?
So I think we've already spoken about this. I said it's going to be 4-3 the Knicks.
I'll go. You said Knicks?
Yeah.
You said Knicks 4-3?
I said this depends if Joel Embiid is healthy.
I'm gonna go Sixers.
Sixers?
Just because
4-3 though?
Yeah, I'll go 4-3.
Okay.
I'll go 4-3. Just because I don't think Knicks have anyone to stop Joel, and I think regardless of his slumps, I think he'll get a lot of free throws.
Okay.
I think that's where he's going to dominate most, and I think I don't see anyone. I think Maxey is going to have some great games.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the Eastern Conference roundup.
We'll see what's up with that.
Playoffs start soon. We're looking forward to that.
Who do you think is going to play the Celtics? Bulls or Hawks? Actually, no. Sorry, Bulls or Heat?
I think it depends if this, but Bulls most likely, right?
Right.
Yeah, if Jimmy Butler's
out.
Yeah, so I think the Bulls.
I think so too.
Yeah.
That's why. But I mean, just out of respect for DeRozan, I'm gonna give them one game. You win 4-0.
Yeah.
I'll just out of respect for DeRozan, I'll give them one game.
Okay.
I really like DeRozan. I really like DeRozan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's a good player. I just think the Celtics are way better.
Oh yeah, for sure. So yeah, that's our Eastern
Conference roundup.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one. We'll see how it goes. We'll. Is that it?
Yeah.
Or should we do something else or?
Yeah.
I'm gonna edit all the time.
Yeah, I know.
Should we talk about something else, or is that it?
I think that's it, dude.
That's it, right? Yeah. That was a pretty good.
That's a good one, yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's Eastern Conference. What do you expect?
Yeah, it's like what else are we gonna do? Just we should have done the East on our Zoom meeting.
I know. That would have been so much more high.
It would have been so much more fun.
Definitely.
One thing I'm going to say about the West, we'll just wrap it up with that. The thing that I remembered after we recorded our West predictions is that almost 2 or 3 years ago, this was right, I think the year Jokic won his first MVP, when Jokic was still being doubted, and I was one of the doubters, right?
Yeah.
You were one of the only few people who was like on Jokic's side, like, yo, man, Jokic got to get some credit for what he's doing. I was like, yeah, whatever, dude, but check out Luka, you know?
Yeah.
And then Jokic won back-to-back MVPs, and then he became a champion, blah, blah. And then we said that the Western Conference Finals is going to be Nuggets versus Mavs.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be a pretty good matchup.
I think
and a gamble between us.
Yeah,
I think we should put some money on that.
Yeah, if they get there,
we're going to put some money on that, and we'll finally get a real answer about Jokic versus Luka. Because
there's not a real answer.
No, there's no real answer.
It's like, no, you cannot compare Luka.
I'm going to defend Luka, dude. He went from like the 9th seed to the 5th seed in like 2 months. Which
that does not outrule MVPs, one NBA championship.
But at Luka's age, Jokic wasn't doing all this.
Yeah.
Jokic hit his stride when he was, I think, in like a year or two after what Luka is right now.
I agree.
So we're gonna see. You know, this is gonna be the deciding. You know, I might have a little excuse in my pocket of like Luka is still young. You know, but I'm already building in excuses for that. But I think we're gonna get an answer finally after like 3 years.
Mavs have to beat the Clippers first, okay?
Mavs are gonna beat the Clippers. I'm not even getting into that.
I think it's gonna be.
I'm not even gonna entertain this topic.
It's so disappointing for the Mavs and everybody when the Clippers beat them.
No, it's gonna be disappointing for the Clippers when they realize that they wasted. They could have had SGA right now.
Yeah.
Instead, they went for, and obviously in the moment, I would have gone for Paul George and Kawhi as well instead of SGA. Even though I saw we all knew that he's gonna have an ascension at some point.
Yeah.
But at this moment, and like, you know, you could say the same thing about AD versus whoever.
Yeah.
But Lakers got a championship, so that whole point is negated.
It worked out for them.
Yeah. There's never gonna, and Lakers are still beating the Pelicans.
Yeah.
But the Clippers are not winning that series. That's for sure. I'm gonna win 2 bets over you.
I hate the Clippers, and I want them.
That's true, actually, because you're a real Lakers fan.
I hate the Clippers, but I am just so tired of hearing about the Mavs hype train right now. So
I'm so tired of hearing about Clippers year after year of like, this is the year. You know, if only they get their head together. And it's like, dude, that's never gonna happen. They've added on more head cases than before with James Harden. I think Westbrook is the only one because he's on a minimum. He's coming off the bench, and you know he's a good team player, and I really respect him. But Paul George is more interested in his off the court ventures of podcasting.
Yeah.
I think he's better at that now than I think he was a better player earlier. But now at this point, I think he's a better podcaster than he is a championship contender.
Yeah, but the thing is, they have Kawhi Leonard. I mean, Kawhi Leonard is semi-healthy. Yeah, I think so, because I read a report today that he is going to be playing in the series and he's going to be playing the first match, and his knee is looking better. And if he's playing good, I think Kawhi Leonard by himself can do like.
If Kawhi is on the court, I will give him some respect.
Yeah,
but he's playing. You know, just the fact that we're still not sure.
Okay.
It gives us more insight into the fact that. Do you expect him to finish the series?
I just hope he finishes this series.
Oh, that's the problem. You see the problem? I just want him to play the series. I want him to
beat the man, and then
I love watching Kawhi ball.
Yeah.
Because as just watching him as a basketball player,
he's amazing. Yeah,
he's so good, you know. But I've crossed the point of I hope he plays. I just don't think he's going to play anymore.
Actually, that's an interesting topic. Like, from the people who got injured, who do you think like it sucks the most that they got injured?
Like out of all,
like injury prone. Like a lot of people are going to say Embiid. A lot of people, I would say Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi, yeah, for sure.
Because I think Kawhi.
Out of all of them, I like Kawhi.
I think Kawhi Leonard was like insane.
Yeah.
Like his ball handling, his defensive,
and just his game is like very like, even though he's a very boring person, but when you watch his game, it is so great to just watch, because he's always like mid-range. He's got that Michael Jordan type. I'm not comparing him to Michael Jordan. Okay, I'm just saying like his play style is very similar to them. How he's so like deliberate in his moves, his fundamentals are so on point, and him as his personality is actually way scarier when he's on the court, because he's always so like zoned in and laser eye focus. Embiid has always been like that. That's why I'm just disappointed in him, to be honest. Where it's the same thing with Luka. That's my only disappointment in Luka, where it's like you gotta start taking care of yourself, dude. Like you see all the greats, they've put so much. Giannis, dude, he's put so much into his health and fitness. I mean, he got injured, but it wasn't because of any. Same with Zion.
Zion is just his own issue.
It's like everyone's talking about how the game that he played with the Lakers was a microcosm of his entire career, where he had 40 points. He popped off against LeBron James, bumped AD. They couldn't stop him, and then in the last few minutes, when the team needed him to close it out, I think Lakers lose if Zion finished the game.
I don't know if Lakers would lose, but
they had way bigger chance.
They had a chance for sure.
And I think Zion could have closed that game, and right when the team needed him, 3 minutes left, and he gets injured on a non-contact injury, which is one of the worst things. And I don't know what's up with these young stars.
That's just something that he has to do for himself, because his body cannot support his weight.
Of course.
Like he's so explosive, but his body cannot support that.
And if you've seen guys like, we've had past examples with guys like Derrick Rose. And I always compared, I know he was being compared to LeBron a lot. But I always compared him more to Derrick Rose. Just the way he plays the game. His play style is so similar to Derrick Rose, where the way they hop step in the middle of the paint, and that used to scare me so much, where I'm like, D Rose got his whole career got fucked because of that. Now when you put that kind of a weight on that kind of a play style, it's like you would be even more concerned. Derrick Rose was 10 years ago. Fitness, nutrition, all those things are so advanced now, where it's like if you cared, you would have done it. Now you're 5 years into the league. 5 years. It's insane. He has not played a playoff game till now. And I would, after Kawhi, I would go Zion for my worst.
Okay. I would take Kawhi, then I would probably say Derrick Rose.
Well, that's like way in the back. I would go Derrick Rose first.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. I love D Rose, man. That was my guy. You used to fucking joke around. I still remember the jokes you used to make. That I did not appreciate, because you were like, hey, D Rose, D fell. And I'm like, dude, don't joke about that. Like, come on, man. I feel so sad. Like, like he was, same thing with him. His personality was very similar to Kawhi, where you're so, just straight, like, no nonsense. And I love, because he was a point guard too. So that I related to, just loved watching him play. And and then that's, obviously D Rose is one of the biggest ones, because at least Kawhi got championships. Like when you really compare it to, D Rose got an MVP, but Kawhi got 2 championships. One as the main guy as well. And then he really started suffering more and more injuries. So if you really want to get D Rose in the conversation, I would put him above Kawhi in that list.
Okay.
But yeah, man, a quick little tangent off into a different thing. More interesting stuff than the East Conference. That's how trash the East is. And we'll hang around with us. We'll come back to more predictions. We'll see how our predictions
we'll see how the playoffs work out. We'll have more insight once the series moves on. And we'll get back.
We'll try and do more, maybe a few games in, or at least every round we'll do a review and recap, and we'll see how it all works out. And thanks for hanging out with us. You want to do an outro?
No, go for it.
Okay. I was like, maybe.
All right, thanks for watching, guys. It was our first live, and hopefully more
in studio.
Yeah, in studio. Amazing studio. But thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you guys around.
We're NBA therapists, Nilay and Shabz, and you guys are NBA patients. We're gonna come up with a better name for that, because it makes it sound like a zombie outbreak.
But we're cutting this out.
Wait, hang on. Let me just press. Whoa! Does that look better? Oh. All right, guys. I just wanted to put the lights on and see how it looks. It looks trash. Actually. It was completely unnecessary. This is why I don't like to drink. Just shit happens. But yeah, check you guys on the next one. Peace.
Peace. Crazy, huh?